Benefits of going to work by electric bike. The electrically assisted bicycle is attracting more and more working people as a means of transport to get to work on a daily basis. Economically and practical, more profitable than the car or public transport. Electric bicycle has the advantage of not requiring exceptional physical condition thanks to its electric motor. This article you will learn the advantages of the electric bicycle to get to work as well as some practical advice. Why go to work on an electric bicycle? Many people are attracted to cycling as a means of transport that is both ecological and economical. But fewer are those who take the plunge. What holds us back is the fear of not being in the physical condition to pedal to your workplace morning and evening, but also of not wanting to arrive tired and sweating in the morning at the office. With the electric bike, you will have no more excuses. Equipped with a motor, the electrically assisted bicycle is ideal for everyone, even those who are not in good physical condition, and it will allow you to cover the distance between you and your work faster and without getting tired. Summer and winter alike, it is a practical, reliable, but also economical means of transport. Plus, if you need a lunchtime run, you won't need to get out of the car or be dependent on public transport. Just take your bike and you'll have time to ride back and forth on your exposure time. Some tips to take advantage of the benefits of an electric bicycle. The electric bicycle is therefore a very good option for getting to work. But there might be some questions you might be asking yourself. How do you avoid breaking down if the distance between home and work is long? How to store your bike in your workplace. Here are our few tips. How to charge my bike at work. Charging time normally takes 5-6 hours depending on the model. You will have a greater or lesser range, up to 90 kilometers and rarely more. It all depends on the distance between your home and work, but you risk draining your battery at one point or another on the way. To avoid getting stuck at work, plan to have a charging station in your workplace. First step, obtain authorization from your employer and your company's security service. It is your company that will decide where you can install your charging station for safety reasons. The standard relating to batteries of the type used on electric bikes is clear on this point. You must charge them in a cool, dry place. Second step, recharge your battery. For this, you have two options depending on the model: remove the battery to recharge it or recharge it directly on the bike. As a precaution, be careful to wait at least 30 minutes after use to recharge it. Then connect the charger to the mains and wait for the battery to be fully charged before disconnecting it. You should also wait 30 minutes before putting it back on your bike and using it. How to store your electric bike at work. Bicycle public parking racks can be found almost every city and metropolitan street corner. If your workplace doesn't have a place to store your bike, your best bet is to opt for a folding e-bike. You can keep it in a corner without it getting in the way. But be careful, do not underestimate the weight of a folding electric bike. You will not be able to climb it by the stairs. Don't wait any longer and simplify your daily life with an electric bike. Take a look at the models for all budgets and all tastes. Driving to work is easy and convenient, but it is also a source of unnecessary stress and frustration due to traffic jams and the loss of time that results from it. So why not opt for a sporty, healthy and eco-friendly solution like cycling? Currently, there are several measures encouraging both the employer and the worker to use a bicycle. The employer can financially reward workers who cycle to work by granting them an indemnity, which is not compulsory as long as it is not provided for by a sectoral collective labor agreement, a company collective labor agreement, the regulations, work or internal use within the company. However, the granting of this allowance can be interesting for the employer on the level of Social Security. Indeed, it is not subject to Social Security contributions and is tax-exempt. In addition, the bicycle allowance is fully deductible for the employer, but only on condition that the intervention is mentioned on the worker's tax form. Regarding the speed, faster electric bicycle, it is not yet clear whether the employer is required to pay bicycle compensation. Does the type of bike play a role? No, as long as the bike does not fall into one of the following three categories. The bicycle, any vehicle with two or more wheels, that moves by muscle power, by means of pedals or handles, or which is equipped with an electrically assisted motor up to 0.25 kilowatts, which no longer offers assistance from 25 kilometers per hour or earlier if the driver stops pedaling. Examples: classic bicycles, racing bicycles, mountain bikes, city bicycles, cargo bicycles, bicycles suitable for the disabled, 3 wheels, operated via handles, etc., folding bicycles and hybrid bicycles, with or without electric propulsion. The motorized bicycle, any vehicle with 2, 3 or 4 pedal wheels, which is equipped with an auxiliary electric propulsion mode, the primary purpose of which is to assist when pedaling and whose supply is interrupted when the vehicle reaches a maximum speed of 25 km per hour, excluding the bicycles mentioned above. The maximum continuous rated power of the electric motor is a maximum of 240 W. The speed pedelec, any vehicle with 2 pedals, except motorized cycles, which is equipped with an electric auxiliary propulsion mode, the primary purpose of which is to aid in pedaling and whose supply is interrupted when the vehicle reaches a maximum speed of 25 km per hour. The maximum continuous rated power of the electric motor is a maximum of 240 W. Can the granting of the bicycle allowance be combined with the use of public transport? Some workers combine cycling with public transport. In this case, a bicycle allowance can be granted for the kilometers actually traveled by bicycle, in addition to the allowance the worker receives for the public transport subscription. Can the employer make bicycles available to his workers? For some time now, the leasing of bicycles, electric or not, has been booming. The employer can in fact make bicycles available to his workers. This provision is not subject to Social Security contributions and is exempt from tax if the worker uses this bicycle to travel between home and work. In addition, the employer may grant these workers a bicycle allowance of a maximum amount of $1,800. There are still a whole host of other measures that employers and workers can benefit from when it comes to cycling to work. It is worth browsing through the options because a sporty, ecological and healthy worker is an asset for the company. Mobility is becoming an increasingly important subject. It impacts employment and training, but also well-being at work, productivity, the attractiveness of the company and its image. To respond to this development, has developed an offer adapted to company bicycle companies. What is a function bike? The purpose of the function bike is to offer a sustainable and autonomous mobility solution without distinction of status. The employer encourages its volunteer employees to travel by bicycle for home, work and business trips. He participates in the financing of this company vehicle with an amount he chooses, 30%, 50% or 100%. By offering a solution to all its employees, the employer ensures bikes that are maintained, in good condition and insured. This meets the criteria of freedom, economy, autonomy, health and ecology. How to set up the function bike. Different formulas, different subscriptions, different support are available to make mobility an asset for the company, the employer brand or the brand image. An offer grid is defined between the employer and the service provider. This contains different models of bicycles adapted to the needs of all employees: muscle bikes, folding bicycles, electric bicycles, cargo bicycles and possibly bicycles adapted to disabled situations. The employer defines the amount of his participation according to the models and statutes of the employees or purchase with optional options. Also offers a support program to raise awareness, train and secure users, but also to animate throughout the contract. Are there tax advantages for the function bicycle? There are different elements to take into account when setting up a function bike. The calculation of benefits in kind for the provision of bicycles. In addition to these advantages, the function bike allows significant savings on the mobility budget. For example, the function bike has a particular impact on your parking costs. It ensures the punctuality of employees and promotes productivity. Study evaluated the productivity gain between 6 and 9% for employees who travel actively. You are an employee and you want to convince your managers, we give you the keys.